Hello, SimTheWorld here, back diving into our Car Mechanic Simulator 2018 series. Today we have, actually, a surprisingly good-looking car. That's kind of rare. The past few episodes we've been getting these smashed-up shells of cars. Let's take a look at what the customer says. Hello, it's me again. My last purchase was not as great as I would have hoped, but this time I've found a true gem for my wife. Those internet auctions are a treasure trove of used car parts, plus I did everything couch potato style, from my couch. I haven't seen the car yet, but judging from the pictures, I don't believe it needs a lot of work. The car is coming straight to your garage. Please check the oil and make any necessary repairs. Thanks. From the laundry list, the gearbox, spark plug, oh god, there's so, and a piston ring, like, oh god. They didn't have any pictures of anything inside the car, did they? I feel like this guy was playing the Car Trader Simulator game and just picked the worst dud he could have. Oh my god. So we're replacing like the guts of this car. Everything's gotta go. Well, couch potato style did not work out. His wife will once again be happy with him. Let's see if we can use some of our tools and get some of these parts figured out and marked down. Makes our life a lot simpler in the long run. It needs new tires, fantastic. Wouldn't surprise me if it needs new rims too, those look kind of rusty. Like, I know we have to rip out the whole engine. I know a lot of this is going to get replaced. Oh. Electronics are actually fine. See, and that's where it's useful. Let's see how many of the pistons are actually broken. This is a 4-cylinder car, so we will be replacing all 4 anyhow. Okay, all 4 pistons need... No. Take that back. It's the same as last order, where there's one that's good. You better believe it. I ain't making that mistake again. I am not repairing this engine twice. He is getting 4 new pistons, 4 new rings, 4 new spark plugs and coils. I don't trust you here. I don't trust that. Get out of here. And it's not like we're gonna make a bunch of money off this guy anyhow. He didn't look at this car before he bought it. So, let's see. Oh, we still didn't find much. Like, the transmission and stuff, that's gotta get replaced. The brake stuff looks bad. I'm going to... I think we should pull out the engine. Seems like the first thing to do. The radiators are fine. But it is nice to get some clearance here. Wonder how the air filter looks. I'm sure that needs replaced anyhow. We're going... Oh. Oh. Interesting. They replaced the air filter before they gave it to him. Well, that was nice of them. Yeah, the ABS pump needed replaced. I think that's everything we need to take off of here. We probably need to take the turbo and the throttle off. Here we didn't. We definitely need to get the starter off before we take that out. Let's get underneath. I suspect we're going to have to go around and check the brakes. Take this tire off. We gotta replace them anyhow. Let's see if any of these caliper looks fine, cylinder looks fine. Okay, so that's... Tell you what, we're going to go through. We need to replace the engine. Or most of the engine. Yeah, look at the block, the head. This might strictly be an engine transmission job repair. If there is anything missing when we're done, we can go take it over to the test path and see what's going on. Like over here, we got a bad fuel pump. But the tank looks alright. So I had an extra one on us, let's use it there. I gotta jump up back to the front. Get that transmission out of here and we can pull this engine out. Yeah, all the transmission components need replaced too. Let us... I might do a skip here where we... I need to get parts, I need to strip this down. I also need to get new tires. These all need to come off, so I'll see you guys in a few minutes. So let's take a look at, we found all the parts. Found the tires, spark plugs, coils. Yeah, it looks like we've found just about everything. Cool, so I'm going to put in one big order. Yeah, we're going to replace most of this engine. Now to be clear, I am replacing, like, the spark plugs, all four are getting replaced, all four coils, all four pistons and rings. I'll probably replace all the rod caps just so I don't have to mess around with which three are broken and which three aren't. Things like that, little cheap things we'll take care of. But let me put that order in and we'll get back to assembly. Alright, so I should have picked up all the parts we need. I'm sure there'll be a couple I forgot about, but like the crankshaft right off the bat. Oops. That is a quick one to grab. And let's continue going through. Now, I might have bought a couple extra parts here and there. As always, they will get used, especially if you come watch us on Twitch. I know I don't have a set schedule per se, but we do have a variety of days that I'll pop on, usually a Thursday or a Saturday or a Sunday evening. I'll jump on and we'll just go through some orders and grind up some levels. You guys aren't tricking me today. We aren't using that 52%. Same with the rod cap. We're replacing all four. We will not get trapped into repairing this engine more than once. And any extra parts we give them, like these rod caps, I believe we should be able to go take over and repair at the repair bench. The only thing we'll lose is like the piston you can't repair, the rings obviously you can't really repair. So those are just consumable parts. But knowing that I don't have to do this twice is more than enough satisfaction. Forgot the oil pan too, that's disappointing. I4B. It was a laundry list of parts. We're basically replacing this whole engine. I mean, with this much work, I think you would want to just replace the whole thing. But we're not that good of mechanics where we just pro bono replace all the parts. I thought we had to replace the engine head. I could be wrong. I'm sure you guys are looking at the actual part list. You scrolled back and paused it and looked. It's like, why did you get all these extra parts? Well, it is to make sure we don't have to do this twice. Same with these fuel rails. We didn't have to replace all 4. But I don't know why you wouldn't. I mean, I would just want to, yeah, replace the whole engine at this, or replace the car. I don't know which auction house this is. I'm sure that car trader dude, he'd be getting a phone call, and I would be very unhappy. So many little caps here. What are your guys' thoughts on the series so far? Are you enjoying these story jobs? Are they of interest? I always think the developers must have had a lot of fun coming up with these creative orders. Like, ordering a car off the internet isn't that big of a deal anymore. Like, it's pretty common. In fact, a few years back, I was looking for a new car, and ooh, we forgot the coils. And instead of, I was looking for one car in particular, a Crown Victoria, the Police Interceptor model specifically. I found a dealership that was it was like a 10-hour drive away, but they dealt in decommissioned police vehicles. And I was able to, we drove out, took a look at the car. It was a nice car and ended up buying it. But they were telling us that they actually ship their vehicles across the country. Like, people would order up these cars from them. They delivered to Alaska. Which blows my mind, because obviously somebody's not flying in from Alaska to check out a car. So just like this dude here, they're, checking out the photos online. It's like, okay, I'm pulling the trigger. Would you guys do something like that? I don't know if I could. I would be very afraid something like this car right here would end up in my driveway. And that wife of mine would not be happy. And like this dude, he might end up like that previous customer we had, whose ex-wife was no longer happy with him either. Alright, the engine should be done. Let's go ahead and install it. I am going to check this out first before we put all new parts on. Cool. Everything left to install is stuff that goes on either the transmission or the engine bay. We luckily didn't mess this up. I forgot the gearbox, oops. This is the i4 4x4? Hope that's right, yep. Very, very short-term memory, folks. It's a thing. Go ahead and get our drive axles in. I already replaced all the tires. The rims, in fact, were fine. We didn't have to replace those, which is kind of nice. And with that, we are done with this order. We had a lot to replace in this engine. God, I don't know how much he spent on this car, but his bill's almost $12,000. Like, is this... Or, I'm sorry, his bill is $31,000. Oh, just $12,000 alone in parts. Of course, we charged twice that for or another $12,000 to finish the job. And since we did it quickly and efficiently, we get $6,000 more out of him. I hope he didn't pay more than like $10 for this car. Otherwise, he lost money. But the car trader, he made out like a bandit today. And with that, thanks for watching as I simulate my life one game at a time. If you like this video, please be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of the future action. You can follow on Twitter for updates to future games being played, as well as follow on Twitch as I try to stream 3 days a week. Thanks, and I'll see you next time at SimTheWorld.